go. What's going on, everybody? We're back with another walk-on Moose reaction video. We've got a very special guest, Mac Lain, multiple-time guest on Walk On Red Shirts platforms. If you've watched the podcast, which I know all of you have, because you're 5-star listeners, 5-star followers, you know all about Mac Lain. But if you haven't, if you're new, if you're a rookie, if you're a freshman, you're coming in, Mat Drills. Let me teach you a little something about Mac Lain. Former offensive lineman at Clemson, Mr. Clemson, the mayor of Clemson. Everybody knows him in that town. ACC Network host, Kelly and Gramlich and Mac Lain podcast and videos all over YouTube. We'll share some of your socials in a minute. But Eric, welcome. Give a little intro.
I've got to say, brother, every time I see y'all's countdown, your intro, it is amazing. And I always get jealous of it. So very well done. Whoever did that.
Thank you.
It's super sweet. It always looks really good on y'all.
I believe that was the Godfather Jake. He probably did that after Clemson lost to Ohio State again.
I do have to ask you this too: is Jake an Ohio State fan? Is he a Temple fan? Like
he went to Temple. He's an Ohio State fan, so he's trying. It's not fair. You shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, he's a Temple guy. So
yeah,
get rid of all the Ohio State stuff. I don't understand.
He should only have Temple things and Bill Cosby paraphernalia. I mean, that's
Correct.
What Temple's all about.
Same thing.
Well,
greatest coach. Who's the greatest coach to coach there? They have
Rule.
0 losses, undefeated, never lost.
At Temple?
Yeah, you said Matt Rule. That's incorrect. Matt Rule lost.
Oh, who could it be?
Manny Diaz.
Manny Diaz. Whoa! I
didn't realize that. Never lost a game.
Well,
never won a game.
You know who the greatest offensive coordinator is in Ohio State history?
Ohio State. Chip Kelly, obviously.
No, Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien handed over the keys to Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly just had to show up. Bill O'Brien had already laid the foundation.
He installed it. He laid the foundation.
That was all him. Well, Mac, if anybody's interested in watching you and Kelly Gramlich, who put out great content on everything ACC, they talk about Clemson. They get a lot of great guests. You can go on YouTube to Gramlich and Mac Lain. Twitter, you can find Eric at Eric Mac Lain. Pretty tough. You can't remember that one. And then Instagram is the same thing, Eric Mac Lain. So, Eric, welcome.
I try to keep it simple.
You got to. And Clemson people, you're going to like this one. We got Amare Adams, the big 5-star behemoth. I think one of the recruiting sites didn't make him a 5-star. They obviously don't know ball, and they obviously have never watched
probably
Amare
my company,
Adams play.
To be honest. It was probably my company, so that's great. Love that.
We won't go into that. They don't know ball. That's why they hired you, so they could learn ball.
Right.
So ESPN, ACC Network, you need to cut on Gramlich and Mac Lain so you can learn about some football and maybe rate Amare Adams correctly. But Amare Adams, defensive tackle, defensive end. He's going to play defensive tackle at Clemson. 5-star guy, early enrollee, so he's already in Mat Drills going through hell. We know all about it. Mac, you know what? Before we do it, what's your favorite Mat Drill story?
A favorite one? I don't know if I'm sure you can help me here. They all are terrible. I mean, they're all the absolute worst. And, I never will forget, though, like, when you're getting ready, and I can't remember exactly when he does it. I think it's maybe right before we go. But if you're given a purple jersey, you have to go so hard. And it is the worst, but the best at the same time. But it's the worst because you have to take it up, 10 notches. And you're just like, I don't want to do this today. I don't want
It's a Spider-Man situation.
It's
a Spider-Man. Great power comes great responsibility. That purple jersey means something.
It does. Give me some stories. What were you thinking? Was there one that off the top of your head that you were thinking?
Well, I just remember it being hell, and I remember being stupid and playing intramural basketball, and I would have games after Mat Drills. You want to talk about Cramp City? Sure. I think, I had more knots in my calf than a 4-year-old's tennis shoes. Like it was bad. There's a reason I stayed as a walk-on because I made very good shoes.
And I guess we need to peel this all the way back. So Mat Drills, just for y'all that don't know, are literally just like an hour of hoops, sprints, change their direction, bear claw, tug of war, like all the craziest drills.
Yeah.
To the max degree. Coaches just screaming at the top of their lungs at you. And it's you can never do good enough. Like, I don't care if it's lightning fast, perfect technique. It was wrong. It was wrong. And let me tell you this, if you don't sprint to the next station,
you go back.
It's over. You're done. And so they're the absolute worst. But I will tell you the one, and again, I don't like have a specific story, but I just remember it because it would always happen. We would have the first mat drill at 3:45, and then the very next day at 5 a.m. So it would be stacked. I mean, you might as well stay there. You might as well just doing drills throughout the night.
Because you're not walking out of that indoor facility to do it. You know, you might as well just go to sleep there. You know what? That just reminded me. So because I was dumb enough to play intramural basketball, 2014, there was a big-time recruit that came to Clemson. Do you know who that is? Big-time recruit. Played quarterback.
No.
Deshaun Watson.
Okay. Yeah. Good player.
We're playing his team in intramural basketball. I'm a walk-on. I'm lucky to be on the team. This dude's Johnny Five-Star. He got a number taken off the Ring of Honor so he could wear it.
Yeah.
He's on a fast break off a turnover. And me, I'm super competitive and stupid. And I go to block his shot, and I just annihilate him, foul the crap out of him. And I just saw Dabo just show up in my dreams and just annihilate me. I just knew that everything that I was ever going to be in life was just going to be just destroyed.
Yeah.
And I picked him up and looked around. There was no red dots on me. I survived. So, but that was my that's my statistic. So as a walk-on, I recorded one tackle in Deshaun Watson. So you can put that in the
That's good to know. That's good to know.
But let's jump into Amare Adams. So like we said, he's going to play defensive tackle. He's 6'5", 295. Guys, that's not fair. That's not fair. And he hasn't even put on the muscle he's about to in Joey Batson's weight program.
Yeah.
But what I look for, and Mac, if you have anything you want to add, when I'm watching a defensive lineman, are hands. And, you know, in all the other videos, running back, wide receiver, defensive lineman, offensive lineman, linebackers, hands and feet. Guys, they're so important to have purposeful hands and purposeful feet. But what I want to see with a defensive lineman is, how does he get his hands inside? Where do his hands go? And does he control that offensive lineman when he gets his big paws on them? And then ripping and swiping. Can you get the paws off of them? Yeah, active hands.
Exactly.
Feet. I want to see good feet. I want to see his first step. Marion Hobby, who's a defensive end coach when I was there.
That's your favorite coach ever?
You know, he ended up being one of my favorite coaches ever. Shout out Marion Hobby. If you ever want to come on the show, Coach Hobby, you're welcome. But I'm going to treat you like you treated me the first couple of years. So just know that. You're the walk-on now, baby.
That's right.
But he was big on the first step, attacking. And what does Clemson do? They get sacks. And the reason of that is because the first step when the ball is snapped is forward. It's making progress. And then how do you read the option? You know, is he able to break down and hold contain? You know, is he able to make some athletic move, spin, whatever you got to do to get in there? Violent technique. I want to see violent hips. I want to see those hips swing. What was that? Ludacris? Who said that? Let me see those hips swing. I want to see some gap discipline. I want to see somebody. Speaking of hips, I want you to get into that offensive lineman's hip and displace him so he can't do what he needs to do. And I want to see good tackling. Yeah. I want to see good violent tackling. I want to see wrap ups. And then I want to see pass rush. Everybody wants to see pass rush. I don't care if you're the big sexy in the middle or if you're the hot guy that everybody knows about on the outside. You got to have pass rush. You got to be able to collapse the middle. Dexter Lawrence made a killing on that in the NFL, and he did it very well at Clemson. So power, finesse, what are your moves there? And then obviously every position we've done, every player we've done, we've got some walk-on traits. What are your walk-on traits? I'll explain it again. Walk-on traits. If you're a walk-on, you gotta do a little extra to make the team. You're not fouling Deshaun Watson in intramural basketball. No, you're taking on pulling blocks. You're taking on a fullback on an ISO right in the middle of the A gap. You're playing on offense a little bit. You're pursuing everything. You've got a high motor. You're chasing everything down. And then you're playing multiple positions on the defense. Do you play DN? Do you play, outside? Do you play the three technique? Do you play nose? I want to see that you do all those different things. Mac, is there anything in particular that you look for outside of that?
You just listed every possible attribute you could ever want. How about this? When you talk about most important, I think that you were onto something when you're listing off his superlatives here. Size. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
Big people hurt little people, right? At the end of the day, if you're not 6'4" plus, if you're not 290 plus, there better be some crazy intangibles, right? Like you better have a motor like no one has ever seen. The scary part is when you combine those, and that's when you really have, these dudes. That's when you have these 5 stars, which I think exactly what we're going to see, from this young man when you cut the tape on, and why, everybody in the country wanted him. And so, that's really the first thing. How big is this dude? Is it sloppy weight? Is it strong weight? What can he do with it? Is he just a Tarzan that plays like Jane, or is this dude an animal?
And to add to that too, is it a lie? Is the weight and the height, is it a lie? And you can tell that when you cut it on. Like that dude's not 295, right? He might be 250. He might be 330,
Right.
So just to add to that.
Yeah. And I think also just, level of competition too. If speaking of watching the film, I mean, if this is a guy that every single game you watch, man, he's a foot taller, 100 pounds heavier.
Right.
Little bit of we'll see. But I'll say some guys that can immediately get rid of that is when they're at these, all-star games and camps and things of that nature, where they're truly going, against the best of the best. And then maybe you can put, some of that to rest. The next thing that I love what you said was hands. Is a guy just sloppy, big and stronger than everybody, or does he have some great technique? Does he shoot those things, rip down, swim, pull, whatever you want to see from him, pulling jerseys down? Those are 2 of the quickest indicators, I think, for me. Everything else, man, we can teach you. We can get you right. We'll figure it out. And I'll say this, before we dive into the tape, there's 2 positions that I believe you can play, no doubt about it, the easiest to transition to right now, right away, and that's defensive line, defensive tackle particular, and running back. I mean, those are 2 that, man, they just translate. See ball, get ball, give me the ball, get out of my way. Like, just let's go. And I know so many people, to get way off tangent here, for running backs are like, man, we want to see him pass block. I don't care. If I hand him the ball and he can go 90, I don't care if he knows pass block.
That's true. He'll figure it out.
Else in that can do that, okay? And then with big D tackles, man, just like you said, kind of about Sexy Dexy, if they can push that pocket back, if they can demand a double team at 18 years old as a true freshman, man, you've got a dog. You've got a
and
really.
You know what? And to add to that too, you talk about coaching and the intangibles. Like you said, if he can push the center or the guard back into the quarterback's lap,
changes everything.
And maybe he doesn't have the best gap technique.
Sure.
Guess what he has behind him? He's got Sammy Brown behind him. You got an All-American linebacker behind him to clean it up. That's a great thing to have if you have a freshman that needs to play a lot. Yeah. So it's like you said, it's huge. And running back, you think back of like a guy like Travis Etienne, who demanded playing time. And I don't know if y'all follow me on Twitter. Gideon Davidson's the next one.
Come on, Nine.
Somebody's talking about his hamstrings. Yes, he is. I can't wait to see him at spring practice. Somebody was talking about his hamstrings on the picture I posted, and I said, 99.9% of the time, that's a really weird thing to say. But in this context, it's okay.
Perfectly applicable.
Yeah, but let's get on the tape. Let's see Amare Adams, and let's see what we think, Mac.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. This is grade A. Grade A right here. Sharing quick. All right. You got me?
I got it. Looks
great. Let's get it. All right. So Amare Adams plays at South Florence High School. They're back-to-back state champs for 4A. So they don't play Sumter. They're not big 16 5A football, Mac, but it'll do. Shout out to Coach Drew Marlowe. Used to coach me at Sumter. He is the head coach at South Florence. So he's in a big program. They're playing some big-time schools. All right, let's see. They're not going to give us a circle, are they?
I'm assuming.
There they are. It's late.
Well, there he is.
All right.
He's at the end.
And look at the first thing. Yeah. Where's his foot going, Mac?
Where's his foot going? You want. And he's low. I mean, look at his center of gravity too. This is a big guy, and you see that
High
first
level.
step. He's below everybody. It's really impressive, and he's attacking the quarterback. Right? He sees this is a bootleg away from me.
Boom! Oh,
jeez.
Okay. So we talked about the technique, foot, whatever. That's a violent tackle. That is violence with technique. Guys, I'm okay if a defensive tackle gets a freaking personal foul every now and then, because you know what that flag doesn't do? It doesn't take that hit out of that quarterback's head. And next time he starts to even smell his breath, he smells his frosted flakes, he's going to just drop down.
Shout out Shaq Lawson, man. Smelling breath over
Smell your breath? Brush your teeth. Shout out Shaq. Shout out Ty Crane. Let's watch this one. All right. First step is huge. He's already attacking. I mean, it's like he knew the snap count. All right. We know right here, Mac, if you're an offensive lineman and your hips are facing the sideline, you're done.
Not good.
Yeah, that ain't good news, buddy.
That's what I would have done. I would have chopped him right here.
Yeah, I would have called a cramp and fell down. I didn't mean to, coach. So now it's a lookout block. Bang. Annihilation. 5 stars on GTA. He's going to jail. All right, we're lined up at defensive end. Looks like we're playing South Point. All right, we got a guy coming down. All right, again, the ball is snapped, and he's already in the backfield. And look at his hips. Watch his hands and watch his hips. He gets his hands in there quick.
So good.
They're pulling. He's already disrupted everybody's timing. And I'll tell you what.
The running back does not even have the ball yet. And this dude is 2 yards in the backfield.
And he's already messed up this tackle, messed up this tight end, and this pulling guard. His butthole is tighter than I don't even want to know, because he knows he's about to get rocked. No, he doesn't. He just swims him and he hits his own boy. And look at his paws, man. Look at his arm length. Gets him, wraps him up. Great tackle. But guys, when you're watching the film or when you're watching the game, all you see is that tackle. Let me tell you where this rep is won. And Mac, you can chime in. The rep is won right when the ball snapped.
Yeah.
Watch. Snap. He's already in the backfield, and he's already pushing this guy back.
Let's coach people up here too. This is something. I got to take my glasses off because I'm so mad about this. And this is high school. I mean, who knows if this kid will go anywhere? The opposing offensive lineman. Run it back to the start of it, and give me one step by the O-line. Where's the left guard going? Like, if you don't get that guy moved, the whole play is over. There's no point. We are so infatuated, it feels like, for less skilled people or not older, experienced guys to, I got to go get my backer. No, you don't. Because if you don't attack the first line of defense, the whole play is over. And especially, by the way, this is a 5-star that you're just leaving me by myself with. I mean, it's truly, it's crazy to see that. So really, man, just to totally flip this conversation and look at offensive line play, you have got to solidify the first man. You have to take care of that before you even think about climbing to the next level.
Well, and if it's gap technique and this guy's pulling, which it looks like it is, and he's coming down, we got down, around.
Yeah, we should be doubling. Those guys should be doubling. Absolutely. And this tackle, I don't know. He's Charmin Ultra Soft. Nobody wants to block the best player on the field. It's just
but you got 3 guys, 3 hats that have an opportunity. This guy, that I've seen this block before.
Hey, 52 is like, oh Lord.
Yeah. And then I've seen this block right here. This is the Jesus help me block.
Jordan Leggett doesn't want any part of that, man.
Yeah. Hey, I got him, coach. I blocked my man. I got this linebacker.
They're blocking themselves.
Yeah, he knew it.
Yeah, we're picking on high school guys.
That's a business decision. Hey, sometimes you got to do it, Mac. Sometimes you got to do it. The eye in the sky don't lie. You put yourself on film. These guys are probably getting paid now too. Yeah. All right, Big 91. He's a hefty.
Look at the 4-point stance, dog.
I love it. All right, he's coming inside. As an offensive lineman, you already know that's what he's doing.
Oh, God.
Just destroys old behemoth right here.
That's a big dude. Well, again, where are his eyes? What is he looking at?
He's looking at 10. Like you said, he's worried about this linebacker. Right. Center leaves him on an island.
Will, let me tell you, this is why I would never coach. I would lose my mind. I wouldn't be able to do it. Like, what are you possibly thinking right here?
No, I don't know, but the center left him as Gilligan. And the center's no help. I mean, watch the center.
He's probably man. That's probably the man side.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. And he's in that gap. Should be.
Crazy.
Leaves him on an island. Oh, my goodness.
Does he pick it? Oh.
No, the quarterback catches it like a dingus. Let it go down, QB. Let it go down. Oh, they're playing on the Citadel's field. All right.
Is the state championship? Is that what y'all did?
Must be. No, 5A, the biggest one plays at either Carolina or Clemson, depending on the year. They swap that. But the small, like 4A, 3A, they'll play at either Orangeburg for SC State. What's the other school down in that Orangeburg area? Anyway, they'll play over in that area. This looks like Stratford.
I love that you know all these teams, man. Come on.
a lot of these schools I played, like South Florence was in our division when I was in high school, and that they bumped down because they were scared. They didn't want to come back to Sumter, Park City's finest. All right. First off, let's pick on the offensive lineman. That's what we did. This man looks like Frogger. You got to fix that stance, buddy.
This is about to be bad.
Okay. Right. Oh Lord.
Hey, he's gonna hold his own.
Buddy. Oh man. Yeah, man.
That's just I'm going to Clemson.
Right.
I'm a big, fast, strong man.
And he's trying to hit him as hard as he can. Like, shout out. He's throwing his whole body into him.
Yeah.
It's just not enough.
Quarterback rolled right into him.
Yeah. All right. Plays with some heart. I like that.
Excited. He's excited.
Okay. Oh, okay. We got an athletic tackle, it looks like. Look at the motor. So
yeah,
that
good
doesn't
job
look crazy.
Inside.
Yep.
It was nice.
And how does that happen, Mac? He gets his hands on him, and then he's able to steer him where he wants him to go. So his eyes are never – he can always keep his eyes in the backfield. His eyes are never blocked. So you can see – he can see 52, which means he knows the ball is coming probably off his butt. And you see, all right, he's holding his gap. This is gap technique right here, right? His eyes are still back here, and he can see the ball carrier. And he's strong enough to rip back inside and make the play.
That's a good play.
Guys can't do that. Christian Wilkins could do that. Not everybody can do that.
I thought you were going to say Christian Wilkins couldn't do it, and I was about to be shook.
Oh, yeah. You would have slapped me from Columbia. We got a defense. All right. He's at defensive end here. If I'm the offensive lineman.
Come on.
Yeah. If I'm the offensive lineman, yes, he's watching the ball. But that head is way too far inside. I have to assume he's coming inside. Right?
Sure.
I see this linebacker coming out here.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go. We're on the same page, Mac. All right. What do you know? So he goes in, and that's the guard.
Yikes. Oh, no. He's about to get annihilated.
All right. This tackle, excuse me. What are you doing? Oh, he's
skip pulling.
So he's trying to get around. Where's our man? Is he already making the play?
There's nothing you can do, man. That's a bad play call. This is coaching.
Yeah.
This is the coach's fault.
Don't have your tackle pulled. Just block him backside.
The Memphis Grizzlies? What was that? They're playing a basketball arena?
John Morant's at running back.
Yeah.
I believe that's him right here. All right, what we got?
Speaking of Sumter's finest.
Look at that. Yeah, John Morant, baby. Stay strapped. Oh, too soon. All right, he's lined up over the guard. Can't put a microphone in front of me, Mac. You should know that.
No, dude. This whole episode just got canceled.
All right.
Look at the snapback. Watch the guy's head. Run it back one more time. Watch him just unload into that dude.
It's like a spring load.
Yeah.
Bang. His head's already coming back.
I'm getting PTSD right now. This is not good.
Drives him back, tackles the running back from behind while he's being blocked. That is strength. Who is South Florence's strength coach?
It's not his fault.
Look at that. He's being blocked and grabs him with one arm and just pulls him.
It's impressive.
There's a reason he's a 5-star. That's 5-star. That's a walk-on play, baby. That's an extra effort. Oh, my God.
Little game right here.
The game. I think he just takes 63 and sits him back in his bed, tucks him in, gives him a warm glass of milk, and then tackles the quarterback. Takes him for a ride.
Good hands, good extension.
Oh, and strips the ball out. Wow.
Here's the difference, man. When you're able to do that, that's what the great ones do. Good ones go for the hit. Great ones go for the ball.
Yep. And look, that's purposeful. Look where his eyes are, and look where both of his hands are going. Both of his hands are swatting down that ball. That was purposeful. Wow. I love that. Having the wherewithal to be able to. A, the athleticism to get there, but B, the wherewithal to think, I'm going to swat this ball out of his hands right now instead of trying to get the kill shot on your highlight huddle. I mean, that's
is this
just
the first
phenomenal.
True double team that we're going to see right here?
I think so. We finally got somebody that has a good offensive line coach. Doesn't matter. This guy's slow. He's already shocked this guy. Look at his feet. He's got no power. The offensive lineman on the left has lost all of his power at the very beginning. Watch him. He stands him up on stilts. He's on one leg now. This guy's coming over. His hips are pointed towards the sideline. He's already done. And there we go. So Mac, and I could be wrong, but tell me what you're taught here as a defensive lineman is usually to split their hips. Do not let their hips get together. You want to crease this to defeat the double team.
Yeah.
As a
honestly,
lineman.
this isn't terrible. And what I'm hoping is that this running back or quarterback puts his foot in the ground and cuts. Let's see what happens on the play.
You would hope. Okay.
Yeah, he's dragging it out.
Rips off.
There's no chance. I mean, this guy's just bigger, stronger.
And they think they can get the ball outside, but this defensive tackle who's 6'5", 295 pounds is fast enough to get off of a block and tackle this running back on what seems to be a delayed pitch. Okay, speed option.
Option. It's impressive. Big
man. The freaking defensive tackle just played linebacker on that play. What do you do?
Run a better play. Yikes. Man, that pursuit is sweet.
Well, and honestly, like, Mac, if I'm thinking from like an offensive play caller, I'm calling that speed option because I want the ball outside and away from him.
Sure.
And I want to get the ball in the quarterback's hands if there's any pressure. And I think that's a good play call. But sometimes you just got the John. It's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And that Jimmy can freaking play. All right, where are we at? We got a 3-man front. I hated 3-man front. I don't know what you meant. I hated 3-man front. It confused me. All right, we got this linebacker coming. So that means he's going inside probably, and he is. We got to pull in guard. We got to pull in tackle.
He's just going. Man, one thing I'm noticing about this guy, as soon as he sees a puller, he is going through that puller. Like he's
coached well. He knows ball.
Yeah, he sees that guy. He's going straight, staying in his gap too, by the way.
Right.
And just following those pullers, wreaking havoc, dude.
And great job from this linebacker. Like a lot of times you see younger guys, they want to over pursue this. So he's beating him, and he can over pursue. Now this guy needs to clean up the trash. So when he sees this running back, he's probably going to cut back, right? That's why this guy's here to play contain.
Yeah.
But when you have Amare Adams, he's the contain. He's the pursuer. He's the container. And
look what he knows.
A call. And I want to remind everybody, this is his junior tape. He's doing these football savvy, high football IQ plays as a junior. Again, it's not normal.
Not normal.
Okay. Attacks the sweep. Boom. You don't break his tackle. And he wraps up, Mac. Like he doesn't go in there and just throw in his shoulder. Yeah. He wraps up. It's a rivalry game. Here's West Florence.
Little double B gap mug right here.
Yes. Let's see. Oh my God.
Air front. What are you gonna do, boys?
Is he at the nose? Where is he?
No, he's at the right end.
Holy smokes. Holy smokes.
He's strong, man. He's a big guy.
He's a bull. I describe it as a bull because you know what bulls can also do? They're strong. They can also run. Just great. Again, guys, it is very, very difficult to get your hands up and block passes and to think to do that. So not only is he beating him, he's now got the long enough arms to get his hands up and mess up that pass. He's taking away a passing lane without making a tackle because he's able to put his hands up. So now offensive coordinators and quarterbacks are going to have to adjust, and they even have to throw away from his side, let alone run away from his side. It's just a nightmare. Nothing. That's just nothing to me. Let me get back up. Line back up. Just another play. Look at that first step, Mac.
Yeah, it's impressive to see, especially with his shoulders. Again, his pad level. This guy's 6'4", 6'5", and he just does a great job staying low, man, for such a big guy.
Gets under there. Boom. That ball is not making it.
He avoids the cut, ricochets off the center, bullying the running back, and I guess he's about to swat this ball down.
Yeah, and shout out to our homie right here. He didn't deserve what happened to him, but it did. I got to see what happened to him. I got to see it in real time. What happened to Buddy? I think it's 60. No. Oh! That's a moose. That's a moose cut right there, baby. Come on, man. And deflects the pass on a slant route. Guys, that's probably like, let's think scenarios. It's probably a 3rd and 3, maybe 4th and short, maybe 3rd and 5. You want to get a pass off to complete, whatever. You got the perfect play. They think you're running. This dude's wide smack open. This linebacker's not even close. I mean, he's running, Mac. If he catches that ball, he's gone. And he's able to get his hands on it.
What number is this guy wearing at Clemson? Does he have a jersey yet?
I think he's 95.
95.
Malachi Goodman? No, that was 97. Have we had a good 95? I'm sure we have. Going to the archives.
Was Malden? Shout out walk-ons. Was Malden 95?
Malden might have been
defensive
95.
End, long-hair defensive end.
So that means Amare Adams, on his jersey arc, that means he has to join the Peace Corps and go to Brazil.
Exactly. He needs a patch. He needs a patch representing Collins.
Collins Malden. That Collins, I know you're watching. I know you're a big fan of walk-on red shirts.
I'm about to look him up before watching this, dude. Was
one of my favorite people. All right, we got him at the left end. Jeez, I'm Crow, man. That's
not Crow.
Oh, that's a Vermontism. Sorry, my wife's rubbed off on me. I guess she's rubbed off on me a couple times. We got a third kid on the way. But
my God.
We'll clip that one out. Jake, let's clip that one out. That might have been too far. Keep John Morant in. Take that one out.
Does she listen to the podcast?
It's best that I say she doesn't.
By the way, I have dyslexia. He was 59. Dude, I knew it was something in there.
You were close. You know what? You didn't even have to call yourself out. I was all in on what you said.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Now I'm really diving into it. I'm going to the roster just to see who was on the team.
Good God, man. So he pushes this guy back. He's got help. No, you don't have help.
You got nothing.
You got to throw away. Again, you don't get the sack on the stat sheet, but you made a difference. All right, this is a state championship game against Westside. They're at SC State Stadium. So this is that. So you're playing against the best of the best, right?
Yeah, getting a double team. I actually don't love his pad level here, too. He kind of gets stood up a little bit. Watch this.
Yeah,
it's a good job by 77. He gets knocked off the ball.
And this guy finished him up.
Yeah.
Gets up under his pads. Let's see how he – okay, sometimes you just rip him down.
Immediately. I mean, that's good. That's really
good. You know who was low-key great at that? Was Kevin Dodd. I would have marks on my neck.
Kevin Dodd. That was a heck of a player.
Oof.
Get off me.
Gets inside, makes the play.
Good play.
Violent.
8-yard pickup, but no worries. All good. All good.
And the reason I say violence with technique, Mac, I think I have pretty good technique. I have the strength of a pasta noodle that just got finished getting boiled for 20 minutes, right? There's no violence coming from that pasta noodle unless you're choking on me. This guy has violence and technique. You don't also just want violence. You don't want somebody who's just strong, who can just hit and get back there, but doesn't think. We want a violent thinker. This guy is violent with technique. Now, like you said, lost a little technique here. He gets beat, but you know what? When you're violent, when you're strong, you can overcome that.
Yeah, I mean, he recovers well. You're not gonna win every battle.
Exactly. So, but I like that too. Like, a lot of guys who are used to just beating up on bad talent, they get beat one time, they're gonna get mad.
Yeah.
And they're gonna do something stupid. No, he keeps his head about him, keeps his wits about him, makes the play. He doesn't get beat, that's a no-yard gain. He gets beat, it's a 5-yard gain. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah. See that? So we talked about it earlier. One of the tackles he made, I said, you don't necessarily have to make the sack, but he's going to remember it. And when he starts to smell them frosted flakes, he's coming. What are they running? Was the play not to block him?
I think it was a total miss.
So he's purposely going around him. Maybe it's an option, and they're reading him.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Because he's working up. He's trying to loop around him to get the linebacker. So here's the pitch guy. Here's the read guy. But it don't matter when you got a bad snap. And then, yeah.
RKO, knee to the face. Love that.
I'm here, buddy. Whisper in his ear. All right, here we are. Similar situation. All right, they're reading. He's avoiding him. He's probably coming up to 10. And let's see, does he over pursuit or does he stay Oh, my God.
Splash.
There's your walk-on play. All right. any high school player that's watching, I don't care how big or strong you are, you can rock your freaking shoulder into a pulling guard, right? You can make him feel you, because I promise you, this son of a gun is not coming the same way after getting rocked like this. It's hard for a 5-star to do this. It's hard for a walk-on to do this. It's hard for anybody to do this. But if you do it and you do it right, boom, you cause chaos. He's getting cussed out and filmed the next day. He's getting blasted right here and cussing him out today, and he's getting celebrated on this walk-on play. That's the freaking effort. Okay, no, maybe the run back's not, but that's a double walk-on play. You got strong motor, and he's taking on a pulling guard. Mac, I don't know if you played any defense in high school. That sucks. But he's doing it, and he displaces both of them, the guard and the tackle. That gets me excited right there. You can't coach that. That's effort. That's effort. Taking on a pulling guard is effort. Running the guy down after taking on a pulling guard is effort. All right, we're in some sort of scrimmage.
Little jamboree. How about the
little jamboree? Fun fact, I got knocked out in our jamboree my senior year. Knocked clean out, and it was on the front page of the Sumter item of me looking through my ear hole.
Don't show your son that ever.
No, I won't. That's good. You know what? I don't even know if I could remember how to find it. Okay. Pursuit. Boom. Good gracious. Hey, if that's the starting quarterback, go ahead and pull him out, coach. He's not getting anything else out of that day. All right, here we are again. 75 looks pretty big. Okay. Oh, like you said.
He's following, man. He's following those.
Great at that. And look at him sift through this trash. Yeah. He knows where the ball's going. This is just him being a great athlete. He knows the ball's coming over here, and he just gets there. That's just unbelievable.
Yeah, his pursuit is good. He does a good job keeping his feet going.
All right, we got triple option going. Where's our boy? And I also realize these are his highlights. Okay, he's not going to put where he gets cut.
But it is 8 minutes worth of highlights. Like, that's a long freaking tape.
Right. Yeah, and which is hard to do. Plays are 6 seconds long. 6 seconds long. Why was that so hard to say?
Hey, that's all you need.
That's right, baby. Okay, there he is. Over pursues. No, he didn't. Just pulls the guy back. Good gracious.
It's a strong man.
3rd and 1. Puts you 5 yards back, like you said. Where are we? Okay, here we are at the end. He plays everywhere on that defensive line. Boom. This guy's trying to cut him off. They're probably running some sort of outside sweep, outside zone over here. They know they have to get to him, cut him off. He can't get to him. He's hitting his back. A, because he's playing his gap. And B, because that first step is just amazing. And makes the tackle from the backside. That's the only thing that can't happen. His running back coach, Tony Elliott's cussing him out right now. Right? You don't get hawked down by a defensive tackle from behind unless it's Amare Adams. All right, state championship game again. 77 got the best of them in our last clip. Let's see what happens this time. Oh, Mac, I've seen you do that before.
Come on.
There we go. Look at that spin move, baby.
Move.
And then look at him go.
That's a big man doing that.
Oh, and he's talking to him too. Look at him. He's got some dog to him. He's got some piss to him, Mac. Watch him. He's letting him know. Ooh,
so we're
like
here.
That. 76 again. Rocks him. Boom. Makes the play. Okay. Got to cut across again. We got another sweep. Another outside zone. Just beats him across his face. And Mac, what does Coach Caldwell say? Where's the one place you can't get beat?
Always inside, baby.
Yeah, exactly. 50 got taken for a ride. 28 got his knees clapped. Double team again. Just doesn't matter. It does not matter. He is relentless with how he gets after the ball carrier. Relentless. This dude's draped on him like a cheap suit, and he just keeps going. Boom. Driving back. Boom. Makes the play. You can't coach that. They can't even run a screenplay because he's already making the tackle. The rivalry game. West Florence, baby. Let's see. I mean, what are we doing? You remember the W drill? He just ran W drill on all 3 levels. Gets by him. Gets by him. Let's get that. Good gracious, man. I mean, the thing I keep coming back to, Mac, is that first step.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to say. I mean, if I don't get anything out of this, that first step is enough for me.
Fast and low.
Fall in love with them.
Yeah, I mean, it's impressive. And again, it's funny how he'll play, this year probably just because of the talent, alone. But when he actually really learns, like one of the most eye-opening things for me was Brian Brzee has a freshman All-American year, and when you talk to him going into fall camp and coming out of fall camp, he's like, I'm figuring out how to play football, and that's crazy. You're not just a big, strong monster. You understand technique, you understand leverage, you understand angles and why and when, I can take risks and do different things that way, which again, when this guy figures all that out, it's going to be, he's just the next great Clemson D lineman.
Right. And, that's the key part right there. Why? So they know how to do it right now. They know, I'm an athlete. I can do this. I can do that. Why am I doing this and that? Yeah. And once they learn that, then you get better and you hone your craft.
Right.
So here we are again. Beats him inside. Gee, doesn't even fall for the bootleg. Doesn't even fall for the bootleg.
Watch this hit.
Oh, never mind. I mean,
he's about to clobber this guy.
Kidney shot. And coach. Oh, no. Take it easy now.
This guy's like, we're not going to have a team after this.
Yeah. Hey, tell me this guy doesn't dip. All right, now go on. Next play.
No, he's dipping right now.
Yeah, he's definitely dipping. It's sunflower seeds, baby. I done quit that stuff. Red man. And another tip pass. Tips or picks. Tips or picks.
A little lefty too.
Oh, come on, man. That's why you play defense. Now, hey, you got to act like you're hurt. You got to act like you're hurt.
He's rolling around.
You didn't catch it. Hey, I get hurt too when I do stuff bad. All right, a screenplay to the outside. Oh my God.
It's like a lion attacking his prey.
Wow. Wow. Mac.
That's impressive.
First off, it's impressive.
Superman tackle.
First off, it's impressive he's out there. And then I was just about to say he's about to make a tackle on a wide receiver on a screenplay. It's all the way on the other side of the field. Then he does that and makes that play even more impressive.
It's not fair. Things you love to see.
Yeah, things I don't. This is a reminder of why I was a walk-on. I can't do that. That is not normal.
There's not many people that can.
Sir Isaac Newton just got slapped in the face by this dude. He said, gravity does not exist. Let me show you.
Out the window.
Right. Yeah, this is Amare Adams law, baby. I like this tackle. I want to learn about him. I need to learn about this South Point left tackle. I mean, this dude looks like he looks athletic. Let's see how athletic he is. He hasn't had to block him once. He ain't blocking a soul. Maybe I don't like him. There's looks like Tarzan, plays like Jane, right?
Maybe. He could be young.
Yeah, I'm being a little aggressive. I'm sorry. Pursuit. Bang! Is this the same play? But okay, let's watch him. Come on. Oh, my.
It's a big dude.
God. I love it, man. I love watching this. Even if he wasn't coming to Clemson, I love watching this.
What if he caught it?
What if he caught it? Yeah, that's that. You know what? If we have put a minus on him. Put a minus on. I hadn't seen one pick. That was yours. You gotta catch that, man. You don't get those very often. Ask Peyton Page. Look at him drive his feet. Again, violence with technique. Double team. He goes, nah, I'm going to drive my feet. Pushes him back. Stalemates him. Makes the play. rips the ball out. Rips the ball. And then, hey, like I said, he's got some piss to him. Watch him get up. He reminds that running back where he is and then goes. A little bit of something extra to take home. Nothing crazy. Nothing that would garner a penalty. A little bit of disrespect to remind him who his daddy is. All right. Driving this man back like he was a movie date.
It kind of looks like you a little bit, Will. Not going to lie.
What, this defensive end? That's what I'm thinking too.
You know.
Oh, buddy. Yep, that's me. All right.
That's Kevin Dodd.
That's Kevin Dodd.
Oh,
Put the hand of God on my chest and drove me into next week. Pursuit. I mean, look at, he runs through the trash.
Impressive.
Whoops. He's running through trash. He got off William. He gets out. Boom. Boom.
Tackle with William.
Still gets out. Oh, no. Come on, Ben Boulware. Oh, all right. I don't like this.
Little and one mixtape popping up.
And one mixtape. He's about to cross him over. Oh, violent hands.
He knows that he can win every rep at this point.
Yeah.
He's trying new stuff.
That was a new tool to add to his bag. You can tell it's not that refined. But damn, if that – he missed his hands.
Yeah. A little double swipe.
So, hey, you know what? That's good coaching from this left tackle. I don't know if he did it on purpose, but he doesn't show his hands too early. He keeps his hands down so he can't do that. Gets his hands inside. Good job from 51. I mean, you just got beat because he's a 5-star, but that was good.
Not bad.
It's just, what do you do? I don't understand how you would tell someone to game plan on this.
You also don't run at them, probably.
That would be the first step.
Just a quick check, every time.
But look at the gap. Look at the gap. He's playing gap technique right here. He doesn't try to be the Johnny All-Star that makes every play. He does his job. Look at him. He could be over pursuing, but he sits in his gap and waits because he knows freaking football. And then the play comes to him. So he's starting off. He's got the intangibles, but he's also been coached well. Didn't see much on that. Got stood up, but again, doesn't quit. Dude gets him on the chin. Looks like a Hartsville.
Come on, Hartsville.
Yeah, come on. Darlington, baby. What's famous about Darlington? NASCAR.
Speedway.
NASCAR in the Hartsville
retro race.
That's right. Boom. And he gets popped a little bit. They don't quit. Yeah, Daddy, put that on my highlight tape.
This is a good reminder. Like highlight tapes, you got to condense those bad boys.
Yeah, this is a long one. We're going to start going a little faster through these.
Popped on our highlight tape.
If you know what, he could have just had one play. He could have had one play of him doing that Superman tackle, and I would have been content. I would have been content. Beats the cut, makes the play. I mean, there's not really much to add at this point. There's a minute left. He's again beats. It's the same thing over and over again. Great first step. Beats. Oh! Can't be doing that. What do you know? Pursuit. That's not a sexy play, but it's a play that has to be made. And if he doesn't run as hard as he's running, that could be a first down. Moving a pile. When you got the Hulk on your team, you let him do Hulk things, right? Mac, I'm sold. I was already sold. I'm sold more.
Yeah. The interesting thing, man, it's how quickly can this cat climb,
Right.
Because you're looking at the obviously Peter Woods and DeMonte Capehart are freaks, right? Like those are monsters. And then you got Vic Burley, who, people are kind of waiting for him to take that next step.
Right.
To be the guy. And then you got a couple other cats. Yeah, you got a couple other cats in there that, have been there, but can he just be that type of dude? Can he just be that dominant of a guy and, be that fourth tackle or be that fifth tackle that, gets some rotation worth burning a red shirt. That's what I'm really fascinated to see.
I don't think he'll burn a red shirt. I think he'll get significant playing time. I think he'll push to Fylan Green. I think he might. I mean, Vic Burley gets hurt, maybe,
Sure.
for injury purposes, depth purposes. I don't think he ends up getting that red shirt. And the best case scenario for him is he's got Peter Woods and DeMonte Capehart in front of him. DeMonte Capehart, if he doesn't get hurt last year, is probably in the draft this year, first or second round guy.
Yeah.
I mean, phenomenal football player. You just go back and watch his Notre Dame tape from his junior year. That's all you need to see.
Yeah,
you can turn it off. You're good. Yeah. Can freaking play, and he's been there for 5 years. He knows football. That's a great person to learn from. Peter Woods, similar 5-star guy. Has the limelight on him, keeps coming back. You got a lot to learn from him. Hey, I played a lot as a freshman. This is what I did. I had to learn from this, and this. He's already getting those middle reps that Peter Woods wasn't able to get because he came in with guys who weren't like that. So, and he's got the luxury of having T.J. Parker and Will Helt on the outside. So it's like, who are you going to double team?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just, it's an embarrassment of riches when you look at the Clemson defensive line and the things that they're going to bring to the table. And I mean, you're looking at 4 draft picks next year with T.J. Parker, Peter Woods, DeMonte Capehart, and Will Held there. I mean, those guys are drafted. I mean, that's just what you're going to be looking at. And then it's behind them. How quickly can you emerge and kind of insert yourself into that number 2 group that's going to be going out there?
Yeah. So you got the trajectory, like you said. Is it Vic Burley, where it takes some time, but he's got the talent? He's got it in him. Or is it Peter Woods, where he's like, you cannot just keep him off the field?
Right. Yeah.
And we've seen those guys, personally. I mean, we've seen Christian Wilkins where it's like, this guy cannot not be on the field.
Correct.
If we have to play him in, we'll play him in. If we have to play him, but he's got to be on that defensive line. Yeah. And then you see some guys who take a little bit of time, and then they end up being great. And there's what people forget: college athletes are people, and stuff happens. I don't want to share too much, but like Carlos Watkins, a big time athlete, big time guy coming out of high school. Some outside circumstances happen, and that kind of slows his career trajectory out. And guess what? The dude's so good, he's still in the NFL.
Right.
Shout out Carlos Watkins. And DJ Reader, same thing, big time recruit. Took him a little bit of time, was great by his senior year, still in the league.
Right.
So
good players, and he's in great hands. And no matter his trajectory, I think he's going to be great. It looks like he's already prepared to play, and he's got the luxury of not having to. So he'll get to play. He'll probably get to be played in blowout. But maybe in LSU, maybe we see what happens in the in the heat of a big time game in game number 1. I mean, you can really find out what he's made of against an SEC offensive line in the Valley, assumingly at night, week 1. And I mean, you have the luxury of throwing him out there a couple plays. Hey, let's put something on tape and let him see what it's like to see a big time offensive line. So speaking of that LSU offensive line, I think they lost 4 guys that are going to be NFL draft picks.
Right.
Those boys are going to be hurting. Whoever's next, they don't want to see this Clemson D line. It's going to be bad news. It's going to be bad news.
Yeah, Will Campbell is a stud. Love listening to him.
He's going to be protecting Drake May next year. Can't wait.
Yes, he will. He will not make it out the top 5. If he does, I'm not going to say what I'll do because then I'll probably have to do it. And I'm not eating the poop. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be the guy that says he'll eat the poop if that happens and doesn't eat the poop. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
Sure.
Mac, thanks for coming on, man, and talking some ball. That was a lot of fun. Always love talking ball with anybody, but especially you. Again, like, subscribe, watch the whole video, share it with your friends. Hey, and then after you're done watching this, you got time to go watch Grambling and Mac Lain. Go cut it on YouTube. Go cut it on ACC Network. See our boy. See him thrive. See him grow. See you in the next one.
That was great, man.
Yeah, thank you.